If raw power at a good price point is what you want, Radioddity GA-510 has you covered. It's rated at 10-watt output power and comes packed with a fair bit of useful accessories. Apart from the radio, the packaging includes a dock-style charger, adapter, earpiece, belt clip, wrist strap, and two 2200 mAh rechargeable batteries. Including two batteries is a nice touch. That way, you can keep one battery for charging while the other powers the radio. The batteries can individually go on the dock for charging, so the radio doesn't need to spend time sitting on the dock. That said, Radioddity GA-510 does a pretty good job of managing its power and battery. The claim is that it can last 96 hours on standby, 24 hours on 5-watt, 1-watt power, and 12 hours on 10-watt high-power mode. The actual numbers are somewhat lower, though not substantially lower than the claimed performance. As RF power output goes, the 10-watt is a nice touch, especially in rural areas where repeaters might be far away, although the output from the radio may not always be 10 watts. There is a touch of variance between batches and quality control, so most units see power output max out at 7 to 8 watts, while others might see it hit 10 watts or even slightly higher. That behavior is very like some Baofeng radios, and for good reason. Radioddity GA-510 is basically a Baofeng BF-H6 with the Radioddity label slapped on. The packaging specifics might be different, but the handheld transceivers are essentially the same. Radioddity GA-510 is sometimes compared to the Baofeng UV5R. The similarities might be evident given the similar or even same menu structure and general operation. However, the UV5R uses a different battery and its RF power output is limited to 5 watts. Radioddity GA-510 uses the classic Kenwood connector and can be programmed through a computer to match specific requirements. Although, if you're so inclined, much of the general functions of the radio can be programmed right at the front panel. As a classic dual-band radio, the conventional features remain fairly straightforward and thus convenient to program from the front panel. You could be good to go with just a few settings to handle, and the menu is fairly convenient to navigate. As you start to transmit, you may notice that the high RF output doesn't necessarily translate into better signal quality or significant increase in distance. While there are physical limitations at play here, one big reason is the rubber ducky antenna used by Baofeng, and thus Radioddity for the GA-510. Using a good aftermarket antenna might be useful for better performance. Overall, Radioddity GA-510 is a simple-to-use dual-band radio with impressive RF output power at 10 watts. Its build quality, while not remarkable, is acceptable, and the battery performance is quite impressive. This can be a good choice if you want high-power TX on a budget. To sum up, what we like is the attractive pricing, the good battery management, the convenient front panel programmable, the 3 power levels, high 10 watt, medium 5 watt, and low 1 watt, and it includes additional battery that can be independently charged on the dock. On the downside, the rubber ducky antenna leaves much to be desired, and the max output power might vary between production batches. Our ratings for features are 8 out of 10. Value for money, 9 out of 10. Audio clarity, 8 out of 10. Ease of use, 9 out of 10. For an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10.